you're with 26th Black Night Film Festival, and welcome to PÖFF TV. Uh, we are joining with Meet the Filmmakers segment, and today we have a master with us, a film from it's a co-production. It's a German, Georgian, and Belgium co-production, and the title of the film is Roxy. And I'm really honored to welcome Dito Tsintsadze. Welcome
It's
to
honor
PÖFF
for
TV.
me too.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, how do you like Tallinn and PÖFF so far? You just arrived here.
I just arrived yesterday, so unfortunately I never been here. That is my first time, so it would be too early to tell you because I just
Yep.
You are the second human whom
Right.
I met
Right.
here. So I mean, it seems to be that it's a great place, and I'm sure that it is a great place. But I need a couple of more hours to tell you exactly.
Yes. Yes. I hope we'll have many stories gathering from the festival here.
I'm sure.
Yes. So let's discuss about your journey also as a filmmaker, like from 1980s, and you've done this is your 13th film, and you've been one of the festival favorites around us, like even with your first film, The Lost Killer, and then Ganshai and Cincinnati, and like I wanted to ask from you with this your new film, what was your inspiration to come up with this new film? Because I've seen most all of your film comes with this self-realization, and you talk about in different backdrops. So what was your inspiration for this film?
That's a good question. It's always difficult for me to explain things which I'm doing because film is like poetry or painting. You cannot really explain it why you doing that. Imagine if you ask some painter,
Yeah.
and so it would be difficult or impossible to give an answer. But I will try my best. So, as far as I understood, you are asking me about inspiration.
Yeah, inspiration, and what was the need for you to tell this story?
Yes, good question. I think I was bothered by loyalty and correctness, which sometimes goes to immorality. You know, and that was for me paradoxal because on one hand you are correct and you're loyal to some things, but this loyalty and could turn into absolute immoral
Right.
approach to things because you cannot be and should not be tolerant or correct to anything. No. So, and that was probably the main inspiration because main character is sort of he accepts everything.
Right.
He's agree on everything. He can deal with anybody, and this is for me a subject to talk.
Yes, and like you're well known for mixing genres,
Yeah.
different genres together. You're coming back, and then you have mentioned also one of your favorite Coen Brothers
Yeah.
cinema,
Yes.
and how was that journey
No, I mean, I always because for me, it's the life is too colorful to bring this into the genre. One it's always mixture. It's a tragedy, it's a comedy, and it could happen in one day, and it's slapstick. And it's a deep tragedy. So everything, and of course it's difficult to put it together, but at least I'm trying. It's main thing to try. It's not important to succeed because nobody knows what is real success. But at least when you're trying, like in Cuckoo's Nest,
Yeah.
he tried. He could not succeed, but the guy next to him succeeded
Right.
next day.
Yeah.
So for me, filmmaking is sort of adventure when you're going to somewhere and you're just trying to put things together.
So do you plan it to have different kind of flavors, or it comes naturally
It's
when
natural.
you're writing?
It's always natural, because I'm not thinking. It's my films are not, how to say, they are not built from the brain. They are more from emotional part, you know. And then you of course mixing things, you know,
Right.
because I don't think that there is, as I told, one genre of you know, there is always mixture. At least for me, is interesting story which is complex with many things.
Yes, it's like even in the film that you discuss, in all your films, it's like everything. It's not like, you know, a particular emotion. It's like
Yeah,
a bundle of
yeah,
emotions which you bring every time.
Yeah, at least I am trying.
That's amazing to know. And I would like to, like, you know, go into your casting part this time,
Yes.
With David Strisso's acting, and then he's an eminent actor. So how was the combination? Because like some says this is like a Dito David deadly combo. That's the critics, like, you know, talk about your film. It's called Dito David deadly combo in cinema.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So what is your experience with that?
I didn't get. It's a positive or negative?
It's a positive one. It's a
Really?
deadly combo, and, like, you know, most of the film critics are waiting for this film.
Really? Okay, I'm glad to. I mean, David Strisso is a great actor. I mean, to be honest, I had a luxury in my life because I worked with great actors like Christoph Waltz in Ganshai. I worked as Burkhard Klausner in some of films, and he's a great actor. With Merab Ninidze, who is also my compatriot and great European actor. I mean, I don't want to, and of course, and what is interesting, as bigger actor, as humble he is, and this is amazing because most easygoing guys were these big ones, you know, and with David, because my German is quite bad, and his English even worse.
Okay.
So, and the interesting was that how we were communicating while and it was amazing because we didn't need much talk, just it's a couple of broken German or broken English, and then he was just doing, and it's fast. And yeah, maybe we were correcting together some things, but usually we didn't make more than 5 takes or 6. It was quite easy.
And also, like, you know, I would like to, like, you know, take back with the current situation in Europe. We are in a war, and from Sindishi film, like, you made this film, like, you know, it's about the, like, you know, first war in 21st century in Europe, and it's like how important it is to express, like, filmmakers to express their ideas with the war background. What do you think?
The thing is, my first movie, On the Edge, which I made in 1993, it's also about war, but it's a civil war. And it's about a young man who deals in between of these groups because he has friends in both sides. But that was something different. It was just I was shooting movie while the civil war was going on around me. So I didn't need any extras or something. Everything was there. And but Shindisi, it's something which, of course, it's the first war in Europe, and it was first aggression, not first, of course, but at least it was obvious aggression from Russia's side. I mean, and still 20% of Georgia is occupied. And this film, based, as you know, on a true story about the ambush which Russians organized for 22 Georgian soldiers. And as you see, I mean, this film was made in 2019, but it's so actual today, so important also today. And what to say? I mean, this aggression is going on, and I'm not sure how it will end up, unfortunately. Knowing that Mr. Putin is out of any reality, you know, because when we are talking about it, we have some logic. You know, there is a human logic that it's impossible to have a nuclear war now. I mean, everybody, my friends and everybody tells it's. But my argument that I'm still worried because we are talking about normal human mentality, you know, and we are forgetting that this guy is out of this level, you know, and we never try to understand what's going on in his head.
Right.
And that's which I worry, really, because I don't know what's going on there in his stupid brain, you know.
Yeah. And also there's a pickup line like, you know, when there is a line in your film says like one soldier says, we've been sent us, like they send us to protect these people, and like, you know, what are we doing, and they are our brothers.
Yeah,
so,
that's a paradoxal. So I mean, that's a narrative which Russian generals and bosses tell that guys, we love you, we want you back. You know, I mean, that's a paradox. They can kill, they can torture, they can bomb. The next day they will tell you that they love you. You know, and that's why they are doing that. So that's paradoxal, but that's exactly was when we were making this scene. Of course, it was very ironic. I mean, it's even cynical.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
from this general side, but exactly that I wanted to have in the movie.
Yeah, and then the history repeats, and we say, I saw an interview from one of the Russian soldiers. He said the same thing a few months ago, and then it connect me with your film.
No, because it's the same logic, it's the same narrative. They love, I mean, Putin loves Georgia, Putin loves Estonia, Putin loves so on and so. He loves everybody around, and that's he has to get back because of his love.
Yeah.
It's not a hate; it's a love story.
Well, let's get back to the Roxy. It's like it's going to be my last questions. Could be photographically, I could see a different from your previous picture of films. In Roxy, you have shots of very calmly composed. But your previous films you had like, you know, you're following a character and it's like, you know, moving with a character. But why this difference? Like, how did it compose?
You know, I mean, the life is quite short. So, and I belong to a type of directors who wants to try many things. You know, because they are my colleagues who are making more or less the same movie. They can make 10 movies, but this movies, the language of these movies and tempo and also everything is more or less the same. I'm not blaming them for that. But for me to repeat myself in a sort of it's really boring for me. I always want to try to break my nose with something which I don't know, and it's a sort of adventure, you know. And when you go into a space which you don't know. And that's for me, it's biggest fun in filmmaking. You know, maybe I put it very easy, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. And there are many like young filmmakers who's also attending this festival. There are students and a lot of debut films also being screened. What is your message for these young filmmakers?
Be brave, and don't follow the rules, because rules are exactly because of to ruin them and to build up something else.
Thank you very much. And based on that note, we're going to wind up interview. Thank you very much,
for
having and coming and also doing a world premiere of your film at PÖFF this year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dhanushka signing out from PÖFF TV.